This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the More Than Conquerors Life Center Sunday School with Sister Tracy. Today's lesson is God gives his people victory. The scripture can be found in Exodus chapter 17, verses 8 through 16. The lesson aim to teach juniors that we need to pray for others. The time, 1445 BC. The place, Rephidim. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us out men, and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in mine hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon, and Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the other side, and the other on the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. For he said, Because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Here are some vocabulary terms we'll share throughout the lesson. Prevail, prove more powerful than opposing forces. Peninsula, a piece of land almost surrounded by water or projecting out into a body of water, like our great state of Florida. Banner, a long strip of cloth bearing a slogan or design, hung in a public place or carried in a demonstration or process. Discomfited, make someone feel uneasy or embarrassed. Nomadic, living the life of a nomad, wandering. The lesson discussion, the enemy, the battle, and God's announcement. Have you ever read about a battle in a history book or viewed one on television where there was a battle like the North versus the South? If you did, you noticed at the end of the battle, one side or the other won, and the winning side placed a flag in the ground because it was a sign of victory. In today's lesson, God allows the nomadic nation of the Amalekites to attack the Israelites as they enter the Sinai Peninsula at Rephidim. Last week, God showed the Israelites that he was a provider. He provided water for them. So this week's lesson, alongside last week's lesson, God showed Israel that he was a provider last week, and this week he's showing them that he's a protector as well. So here in the lesson, in preparation to battle, Moses told Joshua to gather some men to fight off the Amalekites. Joshua obeys, and while he's making that preparation, or those preparations, Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill with the rod of God in Moses' hand. When Moses held his hand up, Israel prevailed, and when he let his hand down, the Amalekites prevailed. So Moses here was growing tired, and Aaron and Hur supported his hands until the sun went down. It's important in this lesson, this little moment right here, that it takes teamwork. And a lot of times you'll hear people say it takes teamwork to make the dream work. So as Christians, we need to understand that we're all a part of the body of Christ. You know, whether we're the fingers, the eyes, the head, the brain, the heart, the toes, the knees, we all work together in order to just uplift the name of God and just work together because we are one body. And here in this lesson, it's so important at this time for Aaron and Hur to have Moses' back, if you will. They had his back in this situation. So even as Christians, when we grow tired sometimes in different ways, we may be facing personal battles in our life that cause us to feel a little weak or fatigued at this time, just like Moses was like, he was like, look, I've given all I can. I'm just so tired. My hands have been stretched out. God is using me mightily here. And in that moment, he actually was providing a divine intercession. So I have a question here. Are you praying for your brothers, your sisters, your church family, your friends at school, praying for your teachers? So here, Moses is providing that divine intercession. Are we doing the same? Because people are walking around us or surrounded by us every day, and everyone is facing some type of battle. And the way we fight is not with our fists, but just with our hands, like Moses. When we put our hands together, or whether we stretch them out to God and call on Him because He has all the power, then we have the answers to what we need when we extend our hands and our hearts and just reach out to God in prayer and communicate with Him. That is how every battle is won. So are you praying for people that are around you, whether you know them or not? If you see them experiencing a hard time, that's their battle. So reach out to God in prayer, because that's the only way that every battle will be won by His hands. So either way, Moses, as he stretched his hands out and began to intercede, for Israel, just for Joshua as he was out there on that battlefield and all the warriors that were out there fighting on Israel's behalf. Aaron and Hur stayed up on the top of the hill with Moses. They supported him. They had his back. And of course, they prevailed. They assisted him with holding his arms up, and as he stretched his arms out all the way until sundown. Can you imagine having your arms stretched out all day long? Well, you would grow fatigued, definitely. So here, after the battle was won because of the power of God, the Amalekites, they lost this battle, but they didn't give up with their ugliness. They kept trying to attack God's people whenever they could. And God saw what was happening, and in the midst of it, He made an announcement about the Amalekites and told Moses to write it on a scroll and tell Joshua about it. And God said He was definitely going to destroy the Amalekites. And He did. That was later on, but God definitely stood true to His word. So after all of this took place with the battle, Moses built an altar, naming it Jehovah Nissi. Jehovah Nissi. And this means the Lord is my banner. When we are battling for the Lord, all we have to do is just go down in prayer. Lift up our hands, put our hands together, get down on our knees. However you communicate with the Lord, just go knowing before the Lord that He is our power source. He is our power source. And we don't need to stick a flag in the ground. We just simply need to extend our hands. And the battle is won because of His mighty power. And it's God. He is the true banner. He is the true victorious King. He is the only sign of victory throughout the land. Amen. So that concludes our lesson. I hope you enjoyed. At this point in time, I have a few links for your enjoyment. You have the books of the Bible. Please, please, please continue to commit those to memory. We're working on the books of the Bible in the Old Testament. We have John 3:16, the 23rd Psalm, and definitely the Lord's Prayer. And we have a song, God is for us. God is for us. So that's how we remain victorious throughout every situation that we encounter. Just putting God before us constantly. Praising Him, songs, reading, and communicating with Him by just saying, God, I have a need. I have something I'm battling with right now. And just extend your heart out to Him and turn it over to Him. Let it go. Put it in His hands. And His answer will be yes, no, or just wait. So all we have to do is understand the battle is not ours. It's the Lord's. Amen. All right, so thank you for hanging out with us and joining us at the More Than Conquerors Life Center Sunday School. We thank you so much for everyone that's visiting. Come back and join us again. So we love you, India. We're praying for you all. India, Noel, Faith, Tyler, Erica, Skylar, Taylor, Jalen, Nevaeh, Moya, Timothy, DeMarco, CJ, Grant, Grace, Zanaya, Victoria, Jermaine, and Leroy. Have a blessed week. Know that I'm praying for you. And I love each and every one of you. Goodbye.